Your traps are one of the most underrated muscle groups in the entire shoulder joint because they are the linking mechanism between your shoulder and your neck. A shrug is so commonly done wrong, and I think one of the reasons why is because it's a pretty shallow motion. When you maximize your time under tension by isolating and working the muscles that we're trying to work, not only is it more effective in this workout, but you take that and you add that up workout after workout, week after week, month after month. And we're talking about exponential value change. The smoother a shrug looks, typically the less engaged somebody is. So if you're shaking a lot or the movement isn't smooth, odds are you may be doing it right. Now you have a decision point right here. I can drop the weight, or I can engage my traps. I can make my traps fight the weight all the way back down. There's a huge difference. Shrugs are one of the most important exercises for your shoulder. They are one of the most underrated muscle groups. Your traps are one of the most underrated muscle groups in the entire shoulder joint because they are the linking mechanism between your shoulder and your neck. A shrug is so commonly done wrong, and I think one of the reasons why is because it's a pretty shallow motion. And a lot of people use a ton of effing weight, and you'll see them just kind of going through the motions like this. If it's a typical guy in the gym, they're loaded, 100 pounds too heavy, and they're just kind of bouncing up and down. And it's a combination of momentum and kind of this hip thrust slash half shrug thing going on. Well, when you isolate your traps and you think about just moving your shoulder blades or the joints that the muscles span, this exercise completely changes. And the beauty of this is that when you maximize your time under tension by isolating and working the muscles that we're trying to work, not only is it more effective in this workout, but you take that and you add that up workout after workout, week after week, month after month. And we're talking about exponential value change. Don't zoom in to this lift. Zoom out and say, okay, I'm just starting this program. This is a new experience for me. This is a lifestyle change in a sense. We're making a change to the way you lift. This carries out every single freaking week. That's where the magic is. That's where the power is. One of the things I like about this particular bar is where it places your hands. It almost places you in the perfect spot of where you should grab a bar. For instance, if I were grabbing, the Smith machine like last week or a barbell, the only difference is going to be I'm going to be pronated here at the hand, but width-wise, this is basically right where we should be. And the cool part about this is that it makes it to where all I've got to do is think about my shoulder blades moving up towards the back of my head, and the plane is pretty much taken care of by itself because I'm fixed in the right position. So it takes out a lot of the guesswork and kind of puts you in the right spot. So this is one of the benefits of this bar. If you don't have this bar, then I'm going to show you round 2 with dumbbells. So I'm going to show you another approach for those that are working out at home. I'm not leaving you out. We're going to do that today as well. Let's go round number 1. 1 minute. Time is started. Hands are going to be right in the middle of this bar. Back is arched. I'm going to stand up. The only thing I'm going to think about is taking my shoulders and lifting them towards the back of my head. Controlling back down. Now notice I'm squeezing and I'm holding here at the top. And then I'm going to fight that load all the way back down. Now you have a decision point right here. I can drop the weight, or I can engage my traps. I can make my traps fight the weight all the way back down. There's a huge difference. Tightening first. Now what are they doing at crunch? Right there. Not a lot of trap in that. That's round number 1. Rest. I don't know if you noticed, but it kind of looked like there was a hitch in my motion. So like when I'm doing it, you might have seen like I stopped and then kind of started moving again and like crawling up in this kind of a weird, like not a smooth motion. The smoother a shrug looks, typically the less engaged somebody is. So that little hitch, what you're seeing is me mentally trying to make sure that I'm using the muscles that I'm using and trying to make sure that my shoulder blades are going the direction they're supposed to go. It's hard to do all that in just a smooth up motion. Odds are if you're doing just this smooth up, you got a lot of other things going on. It kind of takes this shaky engagement, choppy movement to really get this thing down. So if you're shaking a lot or the movement isn't smooth, odds are you may be doing it right. Okay, dumbbells. So I'll grab a 50. We'll see what happens. I'm going to start my time. I'll move over towards you. Okay, here we go. Same drill. Hands are to my side. I'm acting like I'm holding the hex bar. I'm taking the dumbbells, moving my shoulders towards the back of my head, fighting all the way down. Now, watch one thing. As I move up, I'm going to try to make my hands drift out. And that's ensuring that my shoulder blades are moving. This minute feels like a freaking eternity. It's time. Rest. Whew, that was not easy. So let's get Charlie out and let's look at this. So Charlie's holding these dumbbells, right? And he's taking this bone towards the back of his head. So this right here is the motion that we're going for. The trap attaches from your scapula and onto your spinous processes, and it attaches right here on your head. So this is the point you're aiming for. That means that we don't want your shoulders to drift forward as you do this, and we don't want them to go way back as you're doing this. The motion is literally pure elevation towards this. It takes knowing the attachment sites to know the direction of the movement. So when I got those dumbbells in my hand, my goal is to go in elevation this way, not moving my shoulders forward this way, and I'm also not retracting them back this way. You may commonly see a roll. You'll see people do this kind of a thing. Well, that's not it either, because that's not what the trap does. You're just wasting motion. So we don't want to roll. We simply are elevating towards that point right there. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found this beneficial. If you did, please hit the like, hit the subscribe button. This will help me and ensure that my content reaches more people on YouTube. If you want to join the MGB officially, you can scroll down in the description and there are 2 links. One is to the Apple App Store and the other is to the Google Play Store. And you can join my app for free and view some free content. And I also have some really in-depth programs. I have a complete blueprint that's going to walk you through how you can build muscle the most efficiently and the safest way possible. I hope you join me next time.